Hello, hello, hello. How are you doing? A happy Easter to you wherever you are watching me from live all over the world. So let me know if you can see me and hear me clearly. Let me know in the comment section where you are listening to me from, where you are catching this live and direct from. I want to meet you. Let me know in the comment section if there's anyone in this live section with me. Where are you calling? Where are you listening from? Where are you watching from? And can you see me? And can you hear me loud and clear? Okay. Today is Easter Monday. So how has it been for you? How has your holiday been so far? I mean, the holidays are going to be over today, right? So by tomorrow, we should go straight back to our normal routine. All right. Today, we want to look at how to review our goals. The first quarter just ended a few days ago, like 4 days ago. And right now we're 4 days into the second quarter. So it's very, very important as people who want to succeed, as women who want to be leaders. And I know we have some great men who will also be tuning in to listen to this broadcast. So I say hello to all of you. Well, so are great people, people who aspire for greatness, people who want to achieve their goals. It's very, very necessary that we do periodic reviews. Periodic reviews cannot be underestimated. We cannot underestimate and we can never overestimate the importance of review in our goal setting journey. Reviews is a part of goal setting. Is a part of goal setting. Your goal setting journey, your goal setting plan, it's never complete until you do periodic reviews. All right. So let's just start and go straight into it. If you are in this live broadcast with me, I would like to meet you. My name is Ihoma Linda Arewodo. I'm a female life coach and an entrepreneur. All right. So let me know if you can hear me clearly and if you can see me loud and if you can see me clearly too. All right. And let me know where you are watching me from. I want this to be an interactive section, so I would love to have your comment. I would love to have your contributions. I would love to hear your opinions in the comment section. All right. We're going to be talking about discussing on the quarter one review, how to review. Thank you so much, my little sis. All right. I want us to look at our goals, review our goals. All right. So let's start this. Let's kick this ball rolling. Okay. All right, let's start with the benefits of goal setting. Let's just do an intro with the benefits of goal setting. You know, it's very, very necessary that we set goals for our lives. You don't just wake up and things happen the way that you want them to. Things don't just happen. People make things happen. So whatever you want from your life as a woman, you need to make it happen for you. Whatever dreams you have, whatever aspirations you have, whatever goals you want to achieve, whatever happiness you have, nothing is going to be given to you on a platter of gold. Nothing is going to fall onto your lap either. So you need to consistently, consciously, and intentionally work out the things that you desire from your life. And that is what goal setting is all about. Goal setting is sitting down to plan your life the way you want it to be and then living the best life possible. All right, living the best life possible is being at the topmost ladder, at giving yourself the advantage of mastering the business of your life. Putting yourself as the anchor of your life. You don't give away command of your life. You don't give away responsibility of your life to someone. You take over the responsibility of becoming the person that you want to be. That is what goal setting is all about. So goal setting helps you to set your vision for your life. I mean, what exactly do you want with your life? It tells you when you set goals, you determine what you want for life, what you want in your life, what you want to see in your life. You may not have been seeing those things from birth, but the point where you say, this has to stop and this is what I want. I don't want this, I want this. Then you will be set to be setting goals. Goal setting helps us define the vision for our life, what we want. It helps us to devise the right strategies to achieve those plans for our lives, the right plans of attack to take, the right action plans, the right steps to take to achieve those goals that we've set for ourselves. Goal setting also helps us build the right attitude, because they say that motivation is very, very necessary. That life success is 20% skills and 80% attitude. So for you to really achieve success, for you to accomplish that which you have set out to accomplish, which you are dreaming about, you need to have a goal plan, which is your vision, what you want. You need to have the right strategies. That's the structures and the action plans. Then you need to have the right attitude. These are the three things that goal setting helps you carry out. If you've set goals for yourself during the first quarter, for the first quarter of the year, and it does not incorporate these three key things that I have mentioned, then it means that you need to be in this live section, because I'm going to be helping you build these three structures, impute these three key factors into your goals, so that you set the right goals, so that you review the past goals for your 3 months that have gone, and then you set the right goals for the next quarter that we have entered into already. All right, so let's look at the major reasons. There are 5 reasons why people don't achieve their goals, why people don't get to achieve their goals. There are 5 major reasons that I have noticed. The first one is that people spend a lot of time setting the wrong goals for themselves. Yeah, they spend so much time setting the wrong goals for themselves. The second one, I'm going to look at them very briefly. The first one is that they set wrong goals for themselves. You might be wondering, how is it possible that someone can set a wrong goal? Yes, it's very wrong. It's very, very possible. A lot of people just see someone doing something and they're like, oh wow, this is really going well. It's moving well. Maybe in a business field, they see someone going into a business field and it's like, wow, this is a good field to go into. Bam! And the next minute, you see that you see yourself going into that same field. You see that someone studied medicine and he's doing well. Oh wow, medicine is doing well, and you jump into it. You see someone talking about branding on social media. Wow, branding is techie, is the in thing now, it's trendy. Bam, and you jump into it. You see someone on podcast. Wow, it's like podcast is good, and you jump into it. Those are wrong goals. You don't set goals just because they are trendy or just because someone else is doing it and is doing it perfectly well. That could be the wrong goal for you to set at that particular moment. You have to make sure that your goals, for your goals to be right and specific for you, perfect for you, they have to have 3 things. You have to make sure that they align with your purpose. So any goal that you are setting for yourself without first discovering the purpose for your life is going to be a wrong goal. Yes. Because your goal is your vehicle, is the vehicle that you enter, but your purpose is the destination of your life. So you can't enter a vehicle without knowing where the vehicle is actually going to take you to. That's why most people spend time going to school without and coming back with a 2-1 after 5 years, after 6 years, just to look for jobs, just to look for employment, just to carry their CVs all around, looking for people to give them accommodation, to give them jobs, to give them things. Because they did not sit down to set the right goals for themselves. Every area of your life needs a goal. Every area of your life, you need to set a goal for every area of your life. We're going to come to that. But for your goal to be right and perfect for you as an individual, it has to align with your purpose. So I'm asking you right now, as you're listening to me and watching me, have you found the purpose for your life? Have you found the destination of your life? Do you know the end of your life do you know from where you're sitting at right now? Do you know the purpose of your life, the will of God concerning you? Because you cannot know your purpose until you go to your Creator. Your purpose is known in your Creator. Listen to this now. A DVD is created by a manufacturer, right? Okay, a laptop is also created for a manufacturer. These things are all electronics, but they are created by different brands, by different manufacturers with the intention to do a specific thing. So the manufacturer only knows the target, knows the aim, knows the purpose, knows the reason for creating that. So he imputes everything that particular product needs to perfect its purpose into it. So the success of that design, of that creation, of that product is determined by the manufacturer. All right. So you don't go to someone else. You don't go to a mechanic to ask him, but you go to the manufacturer. And that's why when a product is being bought, it comes with a manual. So now you're a human being. You are the creator of God. Have you found out your purpose in life? Do you know what you're supposed to be doing with your life? Because until you find out the purpose for your life, only then will you be able to set goals that align with your purpose. Just like I said, the goals for your life are the vehicles and the bus stops that take you to your life destination. Now, if you know that you are meant to be a teacher, you know that you are meant to be an educator, and then you go and you study something else, haven't you defeated the purpose of your life? You have. So you need to set goals. You need to find out your purpose. So you set periodic goals, you set yearly goals, you set quarterly goals, you set life goals that will align with that purpose, that will take you as a vehicle to that destination. All right. So also it comes in every level of your life. When you know the purpose for your life, you set financial goals that will lead you to that purpose. You set marital goals that will lead you to that purpose. You set self-development goals that will lead you to that purpose. Everything will be a vehicle that will relate, that will take you to that destination. So if you have set goals, if you need to set a goal for your life, if you set goals for your life, your goals need to align with your purpose. That is the first key. Does your goal align with your purpose? Then the second thing is that your goal has to align with your purpose, with your passion, sorry. The second point is passion. Your goals, the goals that you set for your life has to align with your passion. You as a human being, what are you passionate about? What do you love doing? What excites you? What motivates you? What can you do without being paid? What can you do effortlessly? What can you do tirelessly? I mean, what are the things that makes you happy, that you gravitate towards? What can you spend your whole life doing, even if you don't get paid for it, like I'm doing this right now because I love to teach? Okay, so those are the things that you need to find out about yourself before you begin to set goals, because goal setting is not a sweet journey all through. There are going to be ups and downs. There are going to be trials. There are going to be challenges. There are going to be wins. There are going to be fails. So you need to be passionate about the life that you want to live. You need to be passionate about those goals that you have set for yourself, or else it will be difficult for you to follow those goals to the latter. It will be difficult for you to be motivated. There will be times when you lose your motivation completely, and there will be no one around you to provide external motivation. So what are you going to do? There will be times when you lose your focus, but there should be this internal motivation within you, this internal passion within you that makes you happy. And even when you don't feel like, but once you appear, it just flows, it bubbles up from your inside. So what you're doing now, the goals that you set for yourself, perhaps you've set a goal for yourself to study, to go to school this year. You've set a goal for yourself to study this year. Are you passionate about that course of study? You've set a goal for yourself to volunteer in an organization. Are you passionate about that area of volunteerism? You've set a goal for yourself to acquire a skill. Are you passionate about that? You've set a goal for yourself to marry this kind of person. Are you passionate about that kind of person? Those are the things that we need to ask ourselves. These are the things that we need to sit down and really ask ourselves. These are little things that makes so much sense, but people don't really consider them, especially women. We just see people doing things, bam, and we jump into it. You cannot be like Miss A. You cannot be like Mrs. B. No matter how like her you may be, no matter how much you think you look like your twin, you can never be your twin. You're unique, you're special, you're different. So you need to set goals that align with your purpose and align with your passion, because only then will you be able to build the intense desire to pursue it doggedly, with clear focus, with clarity and so much focus, undivided focus. Even when you're feeling down, even when in your lowest of pits, you just know that there's nothing else to make you happy apart from this goal. You just keep pursuing it. You don't need an external motivation. You don't need an external push. But internally, you know that this is what brings you joy. Okay? So the third thing that your goal has to have to be an ideal goal for you, to be the perfect goal for you, is belief. Do you have the right belief system? Does your goal propel your belief system? Does your goal align with your values, the values for your life, the convictions, the things that you believe in? I heard a story about a lady that actually she's a church girl and she's a chorister, but she's been waiting for a long time to get married, and she's almost in her early 40s. She's in her early 40s, and then this young brother came, and he's a Muslim. All right, he's a Muslim, and he told her that no problem, we can convert to Christianity. We can convert to Christianity even after we're married, no matter what. But she should have known that this guy might not be saying the truth. She was ready to lay down her convictions. She was ready to lay down what she believes in. She was ready to lay down her values just to get married, so which means her goals are more important. So those were the wrong goals for her to choose. And eventually she got married, but this guy never allowed her to convert to never agreed to convert to Christianity. In fact, he even made sure that she converted to Islam. So you see what I'm trying to say? When we set goals for ourselves as women, we have to determine what are our priorities. What are our priorities? Because priorities change over time. So you have to tell yourself, what exactly can I not do without? For her now, marriage was more of a priority than her faith, than her belief, than her convictions. Any goals change with time. As we go further, you begin to see what I mean. Goals changes with time, and there are different strategies to meet just one particular goal. But the problem is that once you don't have your priorities set, you will be moved around by the wind. When you don't have a stable convictions, you don't have value systems that you believe on, that you hold dear to, you'll be moved around by the wind. People will move you around. Some men will come around and say, oh, I have to test and see if you're fertile. And you'll be like, okay, let me accept and give birth before we get married. And after giving birth, what if he decides that he's not the father of the child? What are you going to do? So these are the things that women really need to consider while we're setting goals. I'm just using these instances, but I want you to relate this to every level of your life, because while you're setting the right goal for yourself, it has to align with your purpose for life. It has to align with what you're passionate about. It has to align with your belief system, your values, and the convictions that your life is based upon. That's what makes the goal perfect for you. Then the second point why people don't achieve their goals, I've just talked about the first point, which is wrong goals. So if you do not have these three key points in your goals, right now you should be reviewing your goals. You should be reevaluating the goals that you set yourself. If they do not have these three factors, these three key points that I have mentioned, purpose, passion, and belief system, then it means that you have set the wrong goals for yourself. Okay? And the second thing that hinders people from achieving their goals is a lack of strategies. Even when you finally set the right goals, you meet some people that don't achieve their goals. They set it and they are so excited about it. In the new year, they are like, wow, I'm so excited. I've set so gigantic, huge goals for myself. I've seen people like that. And at the end of first month, blah, nothing is done. Second month, nothing. Third month, nothing. First quarter, nothing. Second quarter, nothing. It's because they lack strategies. They lack strategies. It's one thing to talk and talk and talk and write and plan. It is another thing to act. Once you've left the planning stage, it is time to act. If you don't set the right balls in motion, you don't set the right things in motion, you will not achieve the things that you desire. You will not achieve the objectives that you want to see. You will not accomplish the things that you hope to see. You will not arrive at the destination that you want to get to. So what is the right strategy? The right strategy is to make sure that your goals are smart. Yes, your goals need to be smart. By smart, I mean, are they specific? Specificity means that your goals should not be general. Don't just say, oh, I'm a woman who wants more and I want to make impact and income. When you ask some people, I've held classes and I've been opportunity to ask women, what exactly is your vision for your life? What is your plan for your life this year? And they're like, I want to make impact. That is vague. That is general. It is too general. Once you are setting goals for your life, you need to hone it down, niche it down, be specific. By being specific, I mean create goals, departmentalize every area of your life. Break down the areas of your life into little modules so that you can be able to keep track of them. Now, break down your goals, break down your desires, break down your purposes, break down your dreams for your life into 8 parts. That's what I do. You should have a business or a career goal for your life. This year, what is your business goal for your life? Are you business inclined or you're a career-oriented woman? What is your career desire for your life this year? What is the career plan for your life in the next 6 months? What's your career goal for your life, your business goal for your life, for that business that you have started? What is the business goal for your life? Do you want to get a good job, or do you want to get employable? Do you want to get a good job? Do you want to get a promotion, or have you started a business, or you want to start a business, or you want to register your business, or you want to upscale your business? That is the goal for your business or your career. Let it be specific to that area of your life. The second aspect is money and finances. You have to have a financial goal for your life. You have to have a money goal for your life. These are the amount of money that you want to save. This is the amount of money you want to have. This is the amount of money you want to invest. By the end of this year, you should be earning this amount of money, so you know how to break them down. We'll come to that. Then personal goals. Do you have goals set for your personal growth, for your personal development? You cannot be perfect. Personality development is an ongoing thing. You have to continuously and consciously, intentionally continue to groom yourself into the woman of your dreams. Only when you become, can you begin to have the things that you desire. Can you begin to do the things that you wish you could do. All right. So you have to have personal development goals for yourself. How many books do you want to read? What do you want to be? What courses do you want to take? Stuffs like that. Do you want to develop yourself emotionally? Do you want to develop yourself mentally? Do you want to build yourself psychologically? These are personal development goals. Personality. You want to take care of your personality, every area of your personality. Your grooming, your etiquette, your diction, your speaking, your public speaking, your branding, everything about you. That's your personal development goal, your personality, your emotional intelligence, everything, your leadership skills, your communication skills, everything that talks about you, your soft skills, your career. Yes. Have you set goals in that area for your life? Then what about your love and your family goals? Your love and your relationship goals? Every man cannot be an island. You need people around you. You need mentors. You need friends. You need mentees. You need acquaintances. You need love relationships. You need to be a wife or a mother or a sister or an aunt. You need to relate with somebody somewhere on different levels. because we are emotional beings. So what are your love and relationship goals for this year? If you're a single woman, have you set a goal for your relationship? Have you set a goal for the relationship you're into or the ones that you want to build? Have you set goals for the platonic relationships you want to build, for the marriage relationships that you want to build, for the romantic relationships you want to build? Are you a married woman? Have you set goals for your parenting at home, for your wifely duties, for your relationship between you and your spouse? These are the things that you need to do so that you can ease yourself of some stress. You can know where your problem is actually coming from. You can be able to track your success, okay, and be accountable for every progress that you're making in your life. Now, what about your spiritual aspect? It doesn't just happen. Spiritual growth does not just happen. Do you desire spiritual growth? Even if you don't desire it, you need it because you're a spirit being. You're a spirit being. So you need a connection to your higher level, to your Father. You need to connect to your Creator, to your Maker. So you need spiritual growth. If you're not growing, if the level at which you were last year is the level at which you are this year, and it means you're not growing spiritually, you need to set spiritual goals for yourself. What's your prayer timetable? What's your Bible study? What's your meditation regimen? What's your prayer life like? What's your study life like? Okay, these are the goals that you need to set for your life, because everything will work hand in hand together, pari passu, to make sure that you become that complete person. Just like I said, to take you to that purpose, and you will just be carried unawares by the time you get there, because you have put all the steps in place. It's like building a house. Once you put the first brick, you need to put the second one, and you keep putting until you finish placing the blocks. All right. So what is your contribution goals? What are your leisure goals? You can't have a full life without having fun, without having leisure. So there has to be time for leisure too. What are your holiday plans? What are your holiday goals? Your leisure goals? Even if you don't go on a holiday, you should have some fun activities, some things that makes you ease off. What's your contribution and your service goals? You should have contribution and service goals too. You can't be just all you. Your goals are not just all about you. You have to give back to life. You have to give back to society. So after everything, what are the ways that you need to contribute back to society? What are the ways that you need to give back to the society that you are in? Have you set goals for your contribution, for service? Do you have a project that you want to use to help people, to reach out to people like you, who have stories like you, have experiences like you, who are going through what you're going through? Then what about your health goal? Because your body is the machine that is going to be doing all these things, that is going to be carrying out all these activities. How are you going to take care of that machine? How are you going to take care of this body? Do you have health goals? Are you eating well? Are you exercising? Are you dieting? Are you taking care? Are you doing, what age are you? Do you know your age? Do you even know your age? Do you know do you know the genes? Do you know the hereditary sickness in your family? The sick diseases that are pre-occurring in your family, for the women in your family? Do you have your health history? Do you know about your health history? What age are you? Do you know the diseases that occur to women at your age? Women don't do these things. They don't go through these things until it catches them unawares. I was reading a book like last week and it was talking about women who are approaching 40s, how they need to begin to take care of their lives, take care of their health. And as I sat down to go through that book, to meditate on that book, I found out that it was actually true. Because women don't do this until it catches up to them. We wait until we're in our 50s and we start to break down and we start to have little sickness. Then we start to complain, like arthritis, like waist pain, like migraine headache and stuffs like that. And we start to complain, stomach pain, all those things. But we never checked them while we were in our mid-age. We never checked them even when we're 20s or when we're 30s. So you need to watch your dieting as a woman, because like the Igbos, there's an adage that will say in Igbo, ekanka ewotije. Ekanka ewotije. So what kind of lifestyle are you living right now as a young woman, as a teenager, as an adult, as a woman in her 20s or in her 30s? You're not dying now. So what if you get to 40s? How are you going to maintain your health? That lifestyle, is it going to maintain your health? Is it going to give you a good, healthy lifestyle that you won't always be on drugs? A life that is always dependent on drugs, so that you're not totally dependent on drugs, you're not totally dependent on your children, you're not wasting money that you could use on other projects on taking drugs. Okay, so make sure that your goals are specific. All right, so we've attended to the specificity of your goals in the SMART area. All right, so the next thing in the SMART is that your goals need to be measurable. Are your goals measurable? Have you set milestones? Are there some measurable milestones? Some footprints that will tell you that this is success. This is when you actually know, some indicators that will tell you that, oh, you have arrived at this destination. How do you know? How much is the success? How many is your success? How will you know when you actually arrive at that success? What will measure it? What is the bushel? What is the quantity? What is the quality? What's the parameter that you will use to measure your success when you arrive there? How much money do you want to make? What is your health goal? I mean, do you want to be healthy enough? Maybe your health goal has to be, I don't want to take drugs every month. I don't want to be hospitalized in like the next 3 months. Or what's your spiritual goals? You want to be like, I want to do a personal fast and praying at least once a month. You can start with those things. Those are parameters. So you know when you have actually achieved them. You know when you have actually arrived at those goals. Okay, so make sure that you set milestones for your goals. All right, they help you check in, they help you keep yourself in check, keep yourself in track, and they help you become more accountable to those goals. Because when you don't know the parameters, when you just set goals and say, I will do this, there's nothing to check you. You just move your everyday life and you get carried away by routine, everyday normal routine. You get carried away, and before you know it, the day life will just happen to your goals and you forget them, which is what we don't want to happen to us this time around. So the next point in the SMART goal is attainability. Are your goals attainable? Attainable. It's very good to set goals that are challenging. If your goals are not challenging, they are not challenging you to stretch, to move from your comfort zone, to do what you were not able to do. Because if you are still in your comfort zone, if your goals still encourage you being in your comfort zone, then they are not goals. If you're just aspiring to do normal things, they are not normal. But I want you to understand that what is normal for you might not be normal for another person. So don't use another person's parameter to measure yourself. For example, someone else could be a great speaker, right? While you are not a great speaker, you're more of a thinker or a writer. You could set a goal to be a great speaker in the next 3 years, in the next 3 months, to build your public speaking skill. So that is a great goal for you. It stretches you out of your comfort zone, because I know what it means for someone who is not a speaker to become a speaker. So it is pushing you, it is stretching you, it's challenging you to do what you normally would not do. But for someone who is a great speaker, that person could see that goal as a norm, as a normal thing. So don't compare yourself or don't compete with someone else when you are setting goals. Now, attainability means that your goals, as much as they need to challenge and stretch you, make sure that your goals are reasonable enough. They are within your reasonable reach. It is something that you can achieve. Don't go setting a goal that is for another person because you saw someone else achieving it. Don't go setting a goal because you want to depend on somebody. Don't go setting a goal that will depend on somebody to actually make it happen. Make sure that in your goals, you are the principal actor. You are the protagonist. You are the antagonist. You are the main actor of your goal. You are the only one that will make your goal arrive, that will make your goal get accomplished. You and God alone. So don't go setting a goal and hoping on someone. You don't go setting a goal and you're like, oh, I want to make 1 million naira in the next in the next quarter, and you're hoping on asking people for 1 million naira, that goal is not going to work. You have to make sure that your goal depends on your work. Which work will you do to actually achieve that 1,000 naira? So achieve that 1 million naira. So once you put those goals, those work, those activities in motion, you begin to stretch to do the things that you normally could not do. And then when you achieve them, you see that you have achieved an all-rounded growth for yourself. That's what perfect goal setting does for you. At the end of it, it builds you to become the person that you want to be. All right? Any goal that does not stretch you, that does not develop you, that does not grow you, it's not a good goal. That does not expand your capacity, it's not a great one. All right? It's still in your comfort area. All right. So we've talked about attainability. The next thing is to talk about relatability or relevance. Make sure that your goals, the goals that you set for yourself, that they are relative, they are relevant to all the other areas of your life. Don't set a marital goal that collides with your financial goal. Don't set a business goal that collides with your personal development goals. Okay, let me take this for example now. I set a business goal for myself last year, and then I set a personal development goal for myself last year. And the personal goal that I set for myself actually ended up achieving the business goal for me. So that's what I mean. All of them should lead or lean on the other. It's either they lead or they lean on the other. So none should be an offshot. Everyone is connected, interrelated, intertwined. One should just flow into the other with ease without your knowing it. When I did that, I actually didn't know, but COVID-19 helped me achieve that. I mean, I set a financial goal for myself and a business goal for myself, and by the end of the whole thing, the three of them worked together. They just worked hand in hand and helped me achieve that goal at the end of that year. So make sure that your goals are relevant to each other. All right, that one is not killing the other or one is pulling the other down. Then it means you need to go back to the drawing board and start all over again. Then the last thing in the SMART item is time bound. Make sure that you have a specific time frame, a deadline for that goal. It helps you focus. It helps you prioritize, because there are some goals that are urgent and important. There are some that are just urgent. There are some that are just important and they are not urgent. So once you set a timeline, once you set a deadline for yourself, you know the ones that are urgent, that needs to be done right away, the ones that need to be done now, that will flow into the order, that will determine the next step. You don't go doing Z before A. A has to come before B. All right, you have to know how to publish. You don't go saying, "Oh, I want to be a TED speaker," and you go looking out for opportunities to speak in an international TEDx platform when you are not a local public speaker. So you have to start from A. Build a timeline for yourself. Give yourself a timeline. Is it 1 week? Does that goal has to be carried out in the next 1 week so that you can set the next goal for yourself? Does this goal have to happen for you in the next 1 month? Is it going to happen for you in the next 1 week? Do you have a health goal to lose weight? How many pounds do you want to lose in the next 1 month? So that is how you break them down, so that you manage your time, so that you get motivated. You see your little wins, you get motivated, and you also build a sense of urgency. All right, so basically those are the things that you need to do to make sure that your goals are smart. Now, the third point is that keeps people away from achieving their goals is attitude. Attitude. Like I said earlier on, you probably could have a good goals, the right and perfect goals set for yourself, the goals that are smart, but if you do not have the right attitude, because attitude is 80% success. Attitude is a success indicator. When you go through the story of a lot of successful people, both male and female, they will tell you that their attitude brought them their success. Why is attitude so necessary? Attitude happens in the mind. Attitude takes place in the mind. That's the place of your mind, is where everything happens. Your subconscious controls your behavior. Your subconscious controls your mind. Your subconscious controls your feelings, the things that you feel. And then when you begin to feel somehow, you begin to act somehow. It controls and determines your actions. And your actions will now determine your behavior. And your behavior will become your norm. If you're behaving like someone who is not going to be successful, if you're behaving like someone who is going to fail, you will fail. And you're behaving that way because you've already told your mind, or your mind is already telling you that you're going to fail. So you need to build the right attitude. You need to build success attitude. You need to build motivational attitude. Yes, you need to build internal motivational techniques for yourself, because people are not going to be around you all the time motivating you. Yes, it is true that you need to keep motivators around you. You need to make sure that the people who are around you motivate you. You need to make sure that you have mentors who motivate you, that you have people who are motivating you at every step of your journey in your goal. You need to have accountability partners, you go get them. You need to have mentors and coaches, you go get them. You need to go have your pastors that pray for you and speak into your life, go get them. Whatever it is that you have set a goal in any area of your life, any kind of motivation that you need, don't be shy to ask for help. Ask for the motivation that you need and you will get them. But most especially, build your internal motivation. Nobody can motivate you in your darkest moments the way you motivate yourself. No one can give you the things that you have not been able, or you will not be able to give to yourself. That's why it's necessary that you start from your mind, to recondition your mind, to reprogram your mind, your subconscious, to put in information that will keep you highly motivated, that will build an intense desire for your dream, keep you on your toes, like it's like you're wearing a spring shoe. You're always intensely passionate about what you're doing, even when you don't see any results. So you constantly do these things by visualizing. You visualize your dreams, visualize your goals, visualize where you're going to. Get books, get audios, get videos, get pictures. Create these pictures in your mind. In your mind, if you have a vision board, create it all around you. Keep it all around you, in your house, in your laptop, in your phone. When you get bored, when you're weak, when you're tired emotionally, take your phone, start to scroll through. I have them in my phone. I have things I wrote about myself, my yearly plan, my monthly plan, my 5-year goals. When I get pushed off, when I get tired emotionally or psychologically, I take them, I look at them. I mean, it just amazes me. Before you know it, I begin to smile. And people around me might be wondering, why are you smiling? I'll be like, oh, the new woman. Oh, in Roma, this is where I'm going to. Then you just realize that you don't have time for pity party. It will just dawn on you, my dear, that there is no time for pity party. You are in this world alone, so you better get up and walk. That's what it does to me. Whenever I feel like I'm psychologically down and I don't even know who to talk about, I just pick up my phone, I look at those things I wrote. And some of them are just so funny. The road far. I just say to myself, oh my God, the road far. And because I did something to really motivate myself, I record all my wins. I record my wins. So when I look at my wins, I'm like, it just brings it back to mind that God is in this, so there's a higher force in this. That this is not just me. If this can happen within this time frame, I beg, why am I sitting here on the floor? I beg, get up, Joe. That's what it does. So create pictures for yourself on your laptop. Let your wallpaper be something that motivates you. Let the music in your phone, in your gadget, be something that motivates you. Go on YouTube, download some strong messages by people who are doing things that you want to do, people who are where you want to get to. Go on YouTube. YouTube is a great platform for learning and motivation. Go on YouTube. Search out for women doing things that you want to do. You will get them. Download their story. Watch it. Think about it. I do that a lot. There's this woman that motivates me a lot. Whenever I look at her, I'm just like, I'm getting there. I'm getting there. I'm getting there. Okay? So that's how you create visual boards in your mind. You don't need to carry the boards everywhere. That's how you create visual boards boards in your mind. Your mind is a strong place and that you have to be in control of. If you are not in control of your mind, other things will control your mind, and whatever controls your mind controls you and controls your success. Okay, so another thing you have to do to build internal motivation is your affirmations. Make sure that the words that you speak to yourself are positive and affirmative. Speak affirmative words to yourself. Speak words to yourself. And it comes from the pictures, mind you. It comes from pictures. You cannot speak what you do not see. You cannot speak what you have not stored. That's why they say faith comes by hearing, and hearing the word of God. So if you consciously and continuously begin to store up edifying things in your mind, great pictures in your mind, pictures of brightness, of a glorious future, of things you want to do, of your glorious future, of the woman you are going to become, you begin to think like that woman. You begin to say like that woman. You come in front of the mirror every morning. You speak like that woman. You talk like that woman. You don't mind where you are. You don't mind your present. You just talk like that woman. You speak like that woman before you step out. You spray your perfume like that woman, and you deck out in confidence. And before you know it, you begin to attract the divine resources. The natural resources that will help you achieve those goals will begin to appear because you are attracting them like honey attracts bees, flies, or whatever, ants. Okay, so that's how you create an attitude to achieve the right attitude to achieve your goals. If you want to achieve your goals, okay, we are going further. The fourth thing that hinders people from achieving their goals. I hope you're jotting down these things. Am I too fast? Let me know. Anyway, you can always have a replay of this anytime on my YouTube platform. I'm going to be sending it in the comment section. Okay, all right, so the next thing that hinders people from achieving their goals is that people don't do periodic reviews, which is what this live section is all about. People don't do periodic reviews. They just set the right goals for themselves, or they don't even set the right goals. And then those that set the right goals, that have the right strategies, that have the right attitude, they don't review their goals. How can you not review your goals? So how will you know when you've actually arrived at the goal? So how will you now know when you've actually achieved what you want to achieve? How will you now know when you need to make corrections, where you need to correct, what you need to change? Like I said, goals change. Now, let me tell you something. Last year, 2019, we all know about COVID-19, right? Like I said, I set a business goal for myself and I set a financial goal for myself. I told myself I needed to grow in my career. I needed to connect with I needed to travel abroad and speak on platforms abroad to get my messages heard abroad. That was one of the goals I set for myself, one of the career goals I set for myself. And that also lapped into my financial goal and also lapped into my self-development goal. So it told me the things that I needed to work on myself for. Okay, but while I set that goals early that year and I was working towards it, in fact the plans were almost working. I was almost seeing the red lights, the green light to come over. Then all of a sudden, boom, COVID-19 broke through. Do you know what happened? I went back. During that era, we weren't working for like 1 month. I didn't go to work. So I took the first 1 week, the first few days. I was like, what am I doing? I just got thinking. And all of a sudden, it dawned on me that I had to review my goals. I went back, I took my goals, and I started looking at them. And I realized that I'm not going to get these goals this way. I need to re-strategize. So I immediately re-strategized and now said, I have a message. Since I can't get there to Yankee, I can't travel because of COVID and I don't know when COVID is ending. So I need to find another vehicle to help me achieve that goal. So what did I do? I started studying about how to publish my books. I had some books already, but I had never published them. I was just selling them on my platforms, the digital copies on my platforms in Nigeria, now, to my friends and family and my audience. So I said, I need to have a means to get my books out there, my message out there. Then I found about Amazon publishing. And I was like, I'm not spending any money. I need to learn this myself. You see, another self-development goal. It branched into a self-development goal. So I started learning it. In less than a month, I had 3 of my books published on Amazon. In the next 2 months, 3 months, I started teaching people and I started making money. So you see, and now I have a publishing firm that handles book publishing projects for people. So you see now, in less than a year ago, because I was able to review I was able to review a goal that I set for myself. I was able to re-strategize. I was able to restructure and still achieve that same goal without shifting off. So you see what I mean about doing reviews. That story just tells you the importance of reviews, periodic check-ins. Check in every time. And you know, that's one thing I love God about. It's life is all about eternity. Life is infinite. Eternity is infinite. But God is so wise that He breaks up eternity in times and in seasons. He gives us a new season every moment. Every day is a new opportunity. Every week is a new opportunity. Every month is a new opportunity. Every quarter is a new opportunity. Every year is a new opportunity. Every birthday is a new opportunity. He gives you opportunities in every time and season for you to check in on yourself. Check in on yourself. Check in on yourself. Assess yourself. Evaluate yourself. Am I on the right path? Am I where I'm supposed to be? Am I heading on the right path? Am I still on track? Have I skilled out? Do I need to do this? What do I need to do to get back in line? That's what review does for you. Don't just continue. Set a goal for yourself for 2021. Oh, and you're waiting for December 2021, 31st December for you to now check. Go and dust your book and look for it and bring it out to see if your goals have been achieved. Is it Holy Ghost that will achieve them for you? The Holy Ghost is not going to achieve them for you if you are not working on them. The Holy Ghost is an empowerment. He comes upon you, but He will not do it for you. So if you're not willing, He will not do the work that you are supposed to do for you. Okay? So make sure that you have periodic check-ins. Now I'm going to be showing you 5 questions that you need to ask yourself in order to check in on the goals that you have set for yourself. The first one is your life audit. Life audit is very necessary in reviewing. For you to carry out a good review, a perfect review, a complete review of your goals, you need to do a life audit. Just like I said earlier on, you can't be going to Zamfara State when you can't be taking a bus saying that you're going to Zamfara State when you don't know where you are arriving at Zamfara State. All right? You need to know the end, where you're going to, the purpose. So that's what the life audit is all about. So the first question you need to ask yourself is, am I happy with where I am right now? So ask yourself that question. You can write it down. Am I happy with where I am right now? Am I happy with where I am? Ask yourself that question. Am I happy? Imama, am I happy? Kate, are you happy? Linda, are you happy? Mercy, are you happy? John, are you happy with where you are right now? Today, what's today? Today is the 5th, right? Today is the 5th of April. Are you happy with where you are right now? In your finances, are you happy? In your marriage, are you happy? In your relationship, are you happy? In your health, are you happy? In your business, are you happy? In your career, in your contribution, are you happy? In your leisure, are you happy? Are you happy having enough fun in your life? Don't be a dry person. Are you having enough fun in your life? These are the things that you need to ask yourself. Evaluation is a constant and consistent thing. If you don't evaluate yourself, you get caught up at the end when it's too late. Check up on your health. Are you happy? Okay? You need to ask yourself this. I think I created something like this to help you. So you can create something like this to help you assess your review your life. Okay, this is question 1. You ask yourself, am I happy with where I am right now? And then you can write all these 8 areas of your life, list them down 1 to 8, and on scale 5 to 1, with 1 as the least and 5 as the highest. Once you ask yourself, am I happy with my life, with where I am in my life right now, in my business, in my career? You jot it down under. If you're perfectly okay with the money you're earning, your finance and your money goals, you write 5. If you're not, be truthful, be honest. This thing, review is all about honesty. Appraisal is all about honesty. Don't lie to yourself because you will only be hurting yourself. Tell yourself the truth, the gospel truth. So that's the first question you need to ask. Life audit test. Am I happy with where I am with myself right now in the 8 areas of your life? And the second question you need to ask to review your life is, what is my vision for my life? What is my vision for my life? If I'm not happy with where I am, if I'm not completely where I want to be, if I've not arrived at where I want to arrive at, then what is the vision of my life? I need to keep track of it, because some people may lose track of their vision. Some people may not even have found it. I know of a lot of people who have not found a purpose for their lives. They're just moving haphazard. They just get carried away by the wind, any wind of opportunity, any wind of trend, any wind of anything carries them. Don't be that kind of woman. Ask yourself periodically, what is my vision for my life? To keep track of it. What am I even working towards? That's what you should ask yourself. What am I even working towards? What is the purpose of my struggle, of my waking up every morning? Why do I do this? Why do I wake up every morning? Why do I go to work every morning? What is the aim of this struggle? If anything does not have an aim, it will just be routine, monotonous routine. And believe me, you will find out that every morning you wake up and you're feeling stuck. You are feeling tired. You're feeling so worn out emotionally. You just woke up from sleep, or you're supposed to be revived and renewed, but you're tired. You're like, this job again. You're like, these children again. You're like, this marriage again. This thing again. But if there is a purpose behind it, there's a plan behind it, there's something you're working towards, there's a target, a carrot that you kept in somewhere, and like a horse, you're aiming for it. You keep galloping. Even if there's a stone in that gallop's feet, the gallop will keep galloping. The horse will keep galloping to get that prize. That's why the Bible says, set a prize, that you move towards it. So you ask yourself consciously and consistently, as you're reviewing your life, what is my prize? What is that prize that I am aiming for? What is that target? What is that thing that I am aiming for? Let me keep it in my face. Let me be focused on it. Let me keep it in my front. So I see it, I know that this is what I'm aiming for. Is it a 1-year goal? Is it a 6 months goal? Is it a 3 months goal? Is it a 5-year goal? You need to know it. Okay, you can also make, let me show you something. You can also make something like this for yourself. I hope you can see this. You can also make something like this for yourself in different areas of your life. The number 2 question for your review. You're like, what is my vision for my life? Where am I heading? What am I working towards in my health and in my business? Just get so creative. Whatever it is you want to write, you can fill it up, or even if the whole page is enough, write. Nobody is beating you up. Get a new journal. Be used to journaling. We'll talk about that later, okay? So write them in every area of your life, in all the 8 areas of your life that I talked about. Ask yourself, what is the vision of my life for that area of my life, okay? Then the last, or is that the last? No, it's not the last. The next thing that you need to, the next question for review, I said we have 5 questions, right? We're done with 2 questions. The next question is a 3rd one, and that is the question of reviewing your goals. The first 2 were about auditing your life. This 3rd one is about reviewing your goals. So you need to ask yourself, what are the goals I even set for myself? Yes, you need to go back to those goals that you set for yourself and then find out if they were smart enough, using the SMART parameter that I talked about earlier on. The specificity, the measurability, attainability, relevance, and the time bound, okay? Make sure that your goals, the goals that you have set in the past 3 months, we're talking about the past 3 months now, to make sure that the goals that you set for yourself in the past 3 months are meeting the SMART criteria, and they are meeting the purpose, the passion, and the conviction test, okay? Once they are okay, it means you can go on with those goals. But if they are not okay, then it means that you're going to need to change them. If they do not align with your purpose, they do not align with your passion, they do not align with your convictions, then it means that you need to change them. If they will not make you happy, they will not get you where you're going to, they will not get you to your big destination, they will not get you to your purpose, they will not make you happy, they are not what you want in your life, it means that you need to change them. All right, so identify your goals. You need to know the goals you set for yourself before you can revise. That's why we have a 9th edition before we have a 10th edition, because everything evolves. Knowledge comes bit by bit. Knowledge does not come at once. What you knew yesterday will be upgraded today. So don't, because you want to learn more today, you forget, you let go of yesterday. Sometimes we learn more when we are reevaluating or when we are going through what we learned yesterday. Okay, so make sure you keep track of the goals that you set for yourself last year, for the past 3 months, and review them. Then the next thing, the 4th step that you need to take to review your goals is a progress report. You need to do a progress report. Excuse me, let me take some water. I'm trying to rush it because it's almost an hour and it's beginning to rain. I don't know if you can hear it. It's beginning to rain, so I don't want it to affect us with the network. Okay, so the 4th question that you need to take while you're reviewing your goals and reviewing your life is the progress report. Since you've already set goals for yourself in the past 3 months and you now have you've identified those goals, you've kept track of those goals, the next thing is for you to review their progress. Find out how well these goals are doing. What do you see as success in those goals? What success level did you have? What's your amount of success? Do you have success? Which one of them did you have success in? What do you count as success in any one of them? You need to write it down. Don't be stingy. Don't be stingy with praising yourself. That is why this is where you get your motivation from. Let me tell you something. Small wins build you the motivation for bigger wins. You need to learn to appreciate yourself. You need to learn to celebrate your small wins, because when you celebrate your small wins, you build the momentum, you build the confidence, you build the panache, you build the force for you to go back into the field again and make greater wins. Okay, so don't wait for a big win. Like I said earlier on, don't compare your wins with another person. Develop an attitude of gratitude, an attitude of happiness, of positivity. All right, so celebrate your wins. Whatever it is you count as a success, even if it's that you were able to do your activities, your routine, your regimen for 1 week, celebrate yourself for it. You were able to diet for 1 week without falling. You were able to eat well. You were able to do this, read, study. You were able to save for 1 month. Take care of yourself. Whatever it is that makes you happy, find something to celebrate a win. Record your win. Don't lose track of them. Those are the things that makes you human. Those are the things that build your endorphins, that release those creative juices. That's happiness in you. Yes, if you're a woman, you just made some money, you just saved, take yourself out, buy something for yourself. Whether you like to go to the cinema, watch a good movie. Here we have cinemas all over now. Go to the shopping mall, take care of yourself, go make a great hair, go have a facials, go do a facials, whatever it is. Go to a supermarket, buy yourself a beautiful gown, buy yourself some good perfume, a good shoe if you're a shoe person. Whatever it is that makes you feel good, do it to celebrate your win. So when you see that, you know that this is your achievement. And then when you look at it, you know that if I can achieve this, I can do this too. I did that, I can do this too. And then you begin to apply the lessons. You begin to carry over the lessons that you use, the processes that you use to achieve that small one, because processes are all the same. Principles are all the same. Principles are universal. Whatever principle you use to achieve something in A, it will work for you in B. All right, so celebrate your wins, celebrate your successes, build an attitude of gratitude. Be grateful for your small wins, celebrate yourself. Okay, observe the lessons that you have learned, the opportunities that came to you, the things that you gained, the processes that you made, the progresses you made. Observe them, keep track of them, record them, journal them. Make sure that you don't forget them. These things are the things that makes you humane. These things are the things that keeps you motivated. These things are the things that energizes you emotionally and psychologically. These things are the things that creates a positive atmosphere of success in your mind. These things are the things that differentiate you from failure, that breaks the limitations of failure in your mind. Let me tell you, if you keep failing consistently and you keep thinking of failing, you will continue to fail. But if you win once, even after 99 failures, and you consciously decide not to remember the failures and remember only the success, you will be a winner. That's how it works. That's how it works. Okay? So you need to celebrate your wins. That's your progress report. Do your progress report. Celebrate your wins, and then while you're celebrating your wins, you mustn't overlook your failures. It has to be complete. So what do you wish that you could have done differently? Which means if you wish you could have done something differently, which means that you failed. Keep record of your challenges. What are the challenges that you met? What are the obstacles that were in your way? What are the mistakes that you made? How did you overcome them? Or the ones that overcame you? The ones that you failed on? The ones that you fell into? Keep track of them. And believe me, that's why it's very necessary that you celebrate your wins first. Because when you celebrate your wins first, they keep you in an atmosphere of learning. They keep you in an atmosphere of positivity. So when you are looking at your failures, you don't see them as weaknesses. You no longer see them as threats. You no longer see them as hindrances, but you see them as opportunities. That's how it works. You see them as opportunities to grow into, opportunities to break into, limits to break into. Because you now see that you are capable, that you can do. But if you first of all check your challenges, your weaknesses, oh my God, you begin to fail, you begin to flop. So celebrate your wins first in your progress report before you start looking at the messages in your failures and in your mistakes. Okay? So that's the fourth question that you need to ask yourself. The fifth question that you need to ask yourself, a fifth question that you need to ask yourself when you are doing a review is the question of what will I do? What can I do to move from where I am to where I ought to be? Because now you already know how far you have come. You know where you are going to. You know how far you have come. You know the mistakes you made. You know how far you have come. The progress that you have made and the mistakes you made. So now it's time to go back to the drawing board and say, this is what I feel I can do. This is what I should do. This is my reevaluation. This is how I should update. This is how I should revise. This is what I should revise. This is what I should look at. This is what can be done better. This is how it can be corrected. This is what I should do that I didn't do. This is what I should increase. I did it to 1%. Now I can increase it to 5%. Okay? So that's how review works. Until you actually put these steps, you put them into motion, you practicalize them, you will never see the results that you want. They may seem tedious, but I'm going to be breaking them down for you. So once you know the right things that you ought to do, you begin to repeat your successes at another level. You begin to repeat your successes at a greater level. Maybe you achieve success in, let me say, 20%. By the time you revise, you rinse and repeat, you come with a higher momentum. You increase your success at a higher momentum. That's why the Bible says that the path of the righteous is like a shining light. It shines brighter and brighter. That's what review does for you. That's what consistent check-ins do for you. That's what assessment, evaluation does for you. So once you begin to evaluate yourself consistently and consciously and intentionally, you begin to grow better, you grow bigger, you upgrade, you update, you revise, you evolve, you get better. You rinse and you repeat and you come back better and better like a shining light. You can never be the way that you were last year because you are revising. That's what it means to revise. You are revising your edition. You are revising your successes. You are revising your failures. You are seeing the opportunities to be better. You are becoming the woman of your dream. You are becoming the person that you want to become. You are accomplishing the things that you want to accomplish, even though you never accomplished them perfectly well. But the ones that were necessary at that particular year, at that particular time frame, you will see that you will get them perfectly. Okay? That's how review works for you. So right now we have talked about 4 things. We have talked about the right goals for yourself. I said the right goals need to align with your purpose, with your passion, and with your convictions in life. That's your value system and your belief system. I've talked about having the right strategies. I said for you to have the right strategies, your goals need to be smart. By smart, I mean it should be specific, it should be measurable, it should be attainable, it should be relevant to your other areas of life. It should also be time bound. I've talked about your attitude. I said to build the right attitude, you should visualize good things, and you should get used to affirmations, building your mindset, building a motivated arena in your mind, an internal motivational system. Okay, by visualizing and by affirmating positive things. And then fourthly, I talked about review. I said in order to review, you must answer 5 questions. The one of them is, am I happy with where I am right now? Where am I heading to? What is my vision for my life? The second one is, what are the goals that I have set for myself? The third one is my progress report. What are my successes and what are my failures? Then the fifth question is, what can I do? What can I do? Now, lastly, we are looking at keeping track. That's one of the reasons why people do not achieve their goals, because they do not keep track. But as you can see now, going through all of these steps, you cannot help but keep track. Yes, you cannot help but keep track. It's just impossible for you not to keep track, because I've showed you a small example of how you can keep track of your goals, right? Of your review. So whenever you're doing a review, you must keep track. You must journal. You must write down something. You can't be assessing without writing down something. You can't be visualizing without writing down something. You can't be creating plans without writing down something. Don't carry it all in your mind. A wise man said that even the bluntest pencil or the shortest pencil is better is better than the fastest brain. So make sure that you are always journaling. Whatever thoughts come to your mind as you go through this processes that I have shown you, you can keep this audio or download this video and go through it over and over again. I'm going to upload it on YouTube and then send you the link, so it will be very easy for you to go down there and watch it as many times as you want, or even download it and watch it. All right, so journal everything, all the steps. There must be an account, there must be a reference, there must be jotting down. Journaling helps you keep track of things. Journaling helps you focus on what needs to be done. Journaling helps you keep clear. It brings things that you need to do clear to your mind. I think you're clear about the fact that I need to do this right now. Sometimes you could set goals and you forget them. You could set goals and you just forget them. And you forget them, you get carried away by life. Something happens. Okay, now just watch. What if with the example I gave to you, like last year, I told you I set goals for myself, for my speaking engagement and all that. What if I didn't write this down? I could have gotten carried away by the COVID-19. I could have gotten carried away by the COVID-19. And there's also a chance that I could have forgotten it the way I wrote it. But because I wrote it down at the spur of the moment, I remembered it with the same emotional attachment and the intense desire for it. That's one thing I like about journaling. Have a journal. When you come into my room or my house, I have books scattered everywhere. Even when I'm going to work, I carry all my books together with my laptop because I'm always writing. Whenever I have a desire, an intense idea, I pen it down. The way it flows in my mind, in my heart, in my emotion, the way it touches me, I write it down. So from the habit of journaling your thoughts, of journaling your emotions, journaling your desires, journaling your ideas, everything that you dream of, that you visualize, journal it down. They will make sense later. They might not make sense that particular time, but believe me, later they will make sense, and later you will have great use of them. So keep track of your goals, keep track of your dreams, keep track of your desires, keep track of your passions, keep track of your convictions, keep track of everything to the last idea, to the last detail. Make sure you keep track. That's what helps you. That's what helps you. That's what helps you stay connected. That's what helps you not to live a scattered life. That's what helps you stay focused. That's what helps you stay focused on one line, focusing on one thing. All right. So I really hope I've helped you achieve something today. I think we are done with everything that we have here today. Basically, I have shown you how to review your goals. I showed you the 5 questions that you need to ask yourself to review your goals. I showed you the 5 things that will hinder you from achieving your goals, and the 5 things that you need to have in order to achieve your goals. I have showed you a lot today, and I am willing to help you. All right. For those of you who have set goals and are not really sure after this particular section, you're saying to yourself, I'm not sure those goals are even right. So I really need to start setting another goal. It's not wrong for you to feel that. We don't feel bad at all. Like I said earlier on, God has positioned times and seasons for you to have a second chance. Every opportunity, anytime you wake up is your morning, and your morning is the right time for you. Don't feel bad and don't be ashamed of your own morning, of waking up late. Okay? Don't be ashamed or bad or feel bad about waking up late. Whenever you wake up, it's your right time. You have grace. Yes, you have grace. Do you know that with grace and with right action and with right step, you can run and overtake someone who has been taking that same action, who has been doing that same thing for 10 years. You know that someone can start something in a year and overtake people who have been in that field for 10 years. That is the beauty of grace, and not just grace, focus and consistency. So if you know the right strategies to use, you can overtake people. All right, so don't feel bad. Now I have an offer for you, and it is basically free. I want to help those people who have not set goals. They did not set any goals for themselves for this quarter 2. The quarter 2 caught them unawares. They didn't set goals for themselves, or those who set for themselves for the year, and after this class they are saying to themselves, I don't know if these goals are really right. I think I need to change them. I need a fresh breath on my goals. Okay, this class is going to be for you. It is going to be free, and from this class we're going to be having a mastermind. This year I'm all out to help women, and I want to raise at least about 100 women who will get their voices out there, because I've realized that only when you find out the reason for your life, the reason for your living, your purpose, and you set goals, can you begin to maximize and live to your full potential. And any woman or any person who is living to her full potential must have a voice. If you're living to your full potential, you will have a voice. You will not be intimidated by whatever is around you, because you will be seeing wins all around you, and those little wins will gravitate you to want